I don't know if I've ever gone on a long enough walk to really make me tired with, no pack on or anything. But I'm thinking today might be the day. It's been a good one. It's funny, this trail is definitely nice. It's very well worn, but it's also designed to be challenging, and it's advertised on the signage as the most difficult and the longest hike. But it's funny because it wouldn't have to be difficult if it didn't go straight up every little rise with like moderately steep staircase or little like rock scramble type thing. So it's definitely funny seeing the design increase the challenge rather than having terrain that's challenging on its own, I guess, like I'm used to. But that being said, it's a really nice trail to explore. And this would be the where we come upon a small rise or little hill section. Just basically goes right up it. But there are oftentimes these blocky stairs that they've put in, which are actually very nice. The only other challenge is when the stair becomes a big icy slip on top, because a lot of the trail has these seeps coming out of the rocks that kind of turn into that. The greatest challenge of all, however, is trying to balance sweating the inside of my coat off by the time I get to the top of the hill and putting it back on before I get brain freeze when the wind comes out up on the top of the little knob. So far I've been mostly successful at keeping my coat kind of dry. We got a little bit of sunshine up here, and see if I can do a pan, but a lot of wind noise. Let me move over. Another funny thing is obviously the blue stripes. So this particular trail, the skyline, is marked with these blue rectangles, and it's they're not light on the markings. There's a city. I don't know if you can hear anything I'm saying, but there it is. In case you forgot we were next to a big city, the trail still crosses pretty big highways. And not only is there a big road, there's even stops traffic to go with it. How's that? That is awesome. Well, we're getting closer. There's where I just came from. And here's kind of the city over this direction. And then down over a little bit further to the east. Somewhere down there is where I'm going. I guess actually it's probably beyond this other hill, beyond that water tower, kind of somewhere that way it may be. A really neat little frozen pond up here. I think, if I remember correctly, I just made it up the last a significant little hill anyway. So it looks like I'm gonna make it. I think I'm gonna coast it down from here. I normally don't really mind going up hills, but the last few I noticed something interesting. My thighs, the good old thunder thighs, are getting a little stiff. They're starting to cramp up. So I'm starting to think that I would definitely recommend bringing some water on this for, well, probably any little hike you want to go on more than 15 miles. Probably a good idea. But I think should be home free from here. It's amazing how much colder it is back in town than it is up in the forest, on the hills, or in the hills rather. I can barely move my lips to try to do some commentary here. I've got my hat back on and my hood on over that, and it's enough, but not far off. I'm only a couple blocks away now. Time to start playing GeoGuessr and figure out where I'm at. My legs are just twinging ever so slightly. Little bit of cramping, but not too bad. And then my feet are feeling tired as usual finally. It took them a while, but now they're flat and sore on the bottom. So I left my cousin's apartment a little bit before sunrise, probably half an hour or 45 minutes before, and I'll be getting back right about sunset here. Pretty good day.